Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Paul Post Fieldhouse at Sallisaw High School as we bring you regional wrestling. Got some great action for you tonight as the Southside Mavericks take on the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Here's some announcements from Coach Hume. All right, folks, you see Coach Hume of Sallisaw announcing the matchups. Justin Petty here along with our broadcast partner, Clint Smith. And Clint, back in the wrestling arena, I guess, here tonight.
Yes, ought to be good times tonight. We got a three-way duel here between the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, and the Black Diamonds.
As you see the instructions being mentioned there, you see Caleb Harris of Sallisaw, a state qualifier last year. This Southside team, we talked to the coach beforehand, and just not his full squad he brought tonight. Obviously, you can tell that he's brought. These are mostly JV guys, is what he was telling us, and had moved some guys up, and that's how you get experience, especially in wrestling. Is you got to get out there and train.
Well, especially these, this Southside program, they're a new program, just kind of getting off the ground here, and and they're automatically kind of their backs are against the wall here because wrestling is a sport that experience counts more than anything else. Football, basketball, if you're a good enough athlete, you can jump out there and you can play and you can be successful. But wrestling is one of those sports that, these guys that are really successful at it, they've done it from the time they were in about kindergarten. Right. And they've put in lots of hours and a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I was living in Northwest Arkansas, and about 10 years ago or so, I guess it was when wrestling really started in Arkansas. It's relatively new over there. I say relatively new, a decade still, but when you compare it to like in Oklahoma or some of the other states who've been doing it this the whole time, it is definitely against the wall. But all these teams get along, and it's going to show as our first match is underway. This is at 113, correct? As the weight is what we're at here.
So we got Hazer Pruitt for the Black Diamonds scoring off against Andrew Overstreet for the Mavericks.
See these two guys.
Just looking at them, they look pretty evenly matched here physically.
Yeah, wrestling, one of those things, these guys will fill each other out a little bit, and then boom, one of them will shoot on the other, and we'll kind of go from there. But that's where we are. First match of the night, you heard Coach Hume, there's going to be a lot of forfeits for both teams, and we'll try to add those points up for you as you see Pruitt.
Yeah, Overstreet shoots in there trying to gain an advantage, but unable to do so. He lost to what advantage he had there, so that's going to be 2 points for Mr. Harris.
Yeah, we'll try to go over. If those of you new to wrestling, don't know the scoring, I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm still learning. I've watched these matches my whole life, but still learning the technical scorings and things like that. But you see there's 2-minute periods is how they go, and you see 2 points for Sallisaw, as that is Pruitt, that is.
Yeah, you see Yeah, so you see Pruitt there. He's in control behind the hips there, and he's got firm control of his opponent. So he's you know, in the offensive position, you might say, he's trying to get those shoulders turned is what he's trying to do, and get him worked down where he can get some near fall points.
And that's what it's all about, is scoring points. And obviously you'd want to score a pinfall and have the match over, but you can see the leverage. These young men, it's the strength that you have to do that. Just get an escape there for 2 points.
Yeah, that was a nice 2-point score there for the Mr. Overstreet.
So he's hanging with here, and then we have another takedown.
Yeah, Pruitt there. He's going to score some near fall points here, trying to score a pin. And
there he got it. So he gets a pin for Sallisaw. Nice move there. That was quick, and it can happen just like that, folks, as you have the winner.
So that'll score.
Sallisaw.
Yeah, that's so on the team scoring in a duel, that's a 6 points for the pin.
Okay.
For the Black Diamonds, and then of course there's various others you can score. You can score a technical fall if you win by more than 15 points. Major decision if you win by 8 to 14 points, and then just a regular decision is 3 points.
You see Caleb Harris for Sallisaw here, a state qualifier last year, and very good young man. Part of a young Sallisaw program. We were talking about Southside. Sallisaw the same way. I got some young. Sallisaw's usually a powerhouse, and they've got a lot of young. They've had some injuries. Hunter Williams, a state qualifier for them, has been injured. He actually got injured in the summer, had to miss all of football season, and hurt his arm. But he did tell me beforehand he's going to be hoping to be back. But you see, for Southside, who do we got here for Southside?
We've got Quinlan Broadway.
Quinlan Broadway, and this is the 120 bout. As these two guys already scoring points out there.
Yeah, Harris kind of feeling at his opponent here early on. Of course, Harris a state qualifier last year, so a very experienced wrestler.
Already up 4-1, not even halfway through the first here. But
yeah, he's in firm control. You see him breaking his opponent down there, trying to get his elbows out from underneath him so that he can try to get him turned.
Now, all these young men, wrestling is something I never could do. It was just, it's tough. Wrestling is tough. The training is tough. And
it's a very disciplined sport.
That it
is.
Very
disciplined.
That it is. And we'll get into more how that translates to other sports, too. It proves it, as you see, an escape there. So that'll be a couple points.
Yeah, Broadway there.
At least.
He's hanging in there against, like we said, the very experienced wrestler there, Caleb Harris.
Caleb is these guys just taking their time and.
Yep, just looking for a weakness is what they're doing. They're just trying to catch their opponent off balance, and they're just kind of feeling it out, looking for a weakness.
See, both these coaches, Coach Hume, if you're not familiar with, he's a little more animated than most of your coaches, so he'll be out there.
He is, and believe it or not, he's actually toned it down a little bit through the years.
He has toned it down a little bit. You're right. You see the ref saying everything's safe, no points for any of that, as the first period is going to come to an end. And I just realized that we were right under the buzzer here in Paul Post Fieldhouse. And welcome everybody in here for regional wrestling coverage. We got Southside and Sallisaw on the mat now. Now, kind of explain what's going on here, Clint.
So Harris chose to take the down position here, and what he's going to try to do is get an escape and get a quick escape point, get back to his feet quickly, and get that escape point, and then they'll both start out, from the neutral position again.
See Harrison just taking his time.
Yeah, he's got to break the opponent's hands, is what he's got to do in order to break his grip in order to score that escape point. And you'll see him try to get to his feet, and then he'll try to peel those hands off.
Well, there's the escape, and then the takedown.
Yeah, 2-point takedown there. Good job by the Mr. Broadway there of kind of fighting that off and getting off his back.
Yeah, it looked like Caleb was going to go for the quick pin, but you're right, Broadway able to get out of there.
You see him, he's got his elbows there underneath him, kind of. As long as you can kind of stay in that plank position, keep your elbows underneath you, you've got a little bit of control, and you'll see, the offensive wrestler there trying to break those arms out, trying to spread them out, get him broke down.
There he goes. He was going to go for a pin again. Again, a good move by Broadway to keep that from happening.
Broadway looking good here, really holding his own against Caleb Harris.
Yeah, again, we mentioned Caleb, a state qualifier last year, so no slouch by any stretch of the imagination, and Broadway doing a great job as we're halfway through.
For Harris. So Harris up 8-2. So Harris working toward a major decision here for his team. He can Broadway, trying to hang on here for 10 more seconds until that buzzer. So referee going to recenter him back over in the center of the mat.
Now, was that from lack of activity or
yes.
from, okay.
Yep. And, if you continue to do that, you can actually get penalty for stalling.
Gotcha, yeah. See, Broadway trying to get the escape, but Harris not going to let him out. He's got the kung fu grip out there.
He's going to hold on for a few seconds there and not let his opponent get that escape point.
Now there's
longer, leaner wrestler, and, sometimes there's kind of two schools of thought there. A lot of people think the shorter, stockier guy has an opponent, but a lot of the times that taller, lankier guy has an opponent because he can get a little more leverage.
Yeah, it's about to say more leverage, and leverage is everything in this sport. You see more points for Harris. He's up 10-3 now.
Yeah, Harris just going to let him go ahead and just give away that escape point and just get back to that neutral position, and he's going to try to just score another takedown again here. He's trying to get enough points to where he can get that major decision for his team.
Broadway shoots on him. This is not able to.
Yeah, he's going
to bring it down.
Try to maintain a grip on that leg.
Now these guys
they're working
hard.
There's
a reason these guys are in good shape out there.
And you think 6 minutes, but that's it's an eternity out there.
See, the referee blows the whistle.
Yeah, he's just going to get him back up here in a neutral position. You're going to see Harris try to get another quick takedown here going into this final minute of the period.
There you go. There he goes.
He did.
Nice
He's going to try to get him cradled up here and go for the pin.
Harris picking up the intensity here in the third as we're under a minute to go now.
Broadway did a good job fighting off his back. Got turned back over.
So he avoids the pin for now, but he loses more points.
Yeah, Harris maintains control.
These two gentlemen, been a really good match.
It has. These guys are going at it hard. I've been very impressed with Quinlan Broadway of the Mavericks here. See, he's trying to stretch him out there and get him turned at the same time, trying to get that shoulder turned. But Broadway fighting him off, doing a good job.
We're about to end the third period, under 10 now. Looks like Harris is going to hold on to win this match for the Black Diamonds. It'll be their second victory. And that's exactly what's going to happen. But still, Broadway put up a great match.
He did, and Harris scored enough points there to earn a major decision.
Which will be 5 points, correct?
That is 4.
4 points.
Yep, 4 points.
See, I'll work on my scoring.
Yeah, if you win by 8-14, you get the major decision. If you win by 15 or more, you get a technical fall, which scores you the 5 points.
You see Coach Hume congratulating Broadway on a great job. As he deserves it.
He wrestled a good match.
That he did. We're going to have next at the 128 or 126. It's Payson Dotson and who we got here?
Dominic Mai.
These two young men. Payson, I believe, a freshman for the Black Diamonds. Yes,
You're correct.
He is. Good guess. Nice takedown. Going to get him 2 points.
Of course, talking about these Black Diamond wrestlers, being a freshman, that doesn't mean they're inexperienced by any means.
That's true. These kids over here in Sallisaw, and some now more in Arkansas now,
yeah,
but in Sallisaw, Oklahoma, we're talking 4 or 5 year old is when they start. So that is, so a freshman, they've been wrestling for 7, 8, 9 years by the time they reach freshman level here at Sallisaw.
They've logged a lot of miles going to tournaments, and they've definitely seen some mat time. Neutral position here. Neither wrestler in position to score any points.
Quick moving, already under a minute here. Trying to go for the pin, though, is Dotson. He's
trying to get that shoulder, trying to get that left shoulder broke over. I think
Dominic is really fighting it off, though.
Yeah, he's starting to get him worked over there, but Mike can hold on for 30 seconds. And, of course, his coach, is relaying that information to him over here, letting him know how much time's left, try to hold on the best you can.
And I don't think he's going to do it. He does not do it. And, of course, in this type of wrestling, I know most people, especially me, when I started watching it, you're thinking, wait a minute, they got to count to 3. No, it's not WWF.
As soon as those shoulders are completely parallel to the mat,
that's a pinfall.
That's it.
So 6 more points for the Black Diamonds. They take the 16-0 lead over the Mavericks, but got another match here. I think we're going to have Logan.
I think we got Logan
McCauley
and
Levi Russell for
Levi
Southside. Again, wrestling, if you're not familiar with, they kind of do their own thing. It's literally decision time at the mat. They may have two guys. You see the points scored there from McCauley. They may have two guys at one weight class, and they won't send the guy out till it's time to go.
And when you get into dual state and when it gets really, really serious, it's like a chess match.
Right.
These guys, because you can wrestle up weight classes, but you can't come back down. So it's all a matter of trying to pit, your wrestler against their wrestler to get the most points.
Of course, whenever I was in high school, the team was really good, and all my friends wrestled a little bit under their weight, so they were never eating or they were always running, and it seemed like they starved themselves.
Wearing 3 layers of sweats, trying to sweat off some weight.
That's not the case anymore. They're a little more strict than that. But I remember Jeremy Holman was he weighed probably about 190 pounds. I think he wrestled at 215. He was eating all the time. He didn't care.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys love it. There's not many of them that get to do that, though, but boy, they love it.
He had the luxury of it, that's for sure. As you see McCauley here.
Yeah, McCauley firmly in control of this match. Out of bounds. They're going to bring him back over to the center of the mat here and restart.
Still impressed with these Southside kids. They're in great shape. Of course, most wrestlers are, but you can tell they're the taller, like you were mentioning, the kind of lankier kids. Should get some good leverage here. I'm not sure how long this Mr. Russell's been wrestling here, but he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Which for a Southside kid may be a couple of years.
Yeah.
As they really start to
but you can tell these Southside guys, they're very well coached.
Yes.
Because they're making up for their lack of experience. You can tell that they're well coached because they're holding their own here against these guys.
Yeah, we should say that all three of these teams here tonight are very familiar with each other, work with each other a lot. As a matter of fact, I believe when the wrestling programs were being installed in Arkansas, Southside was over here at Sallisaw kind of picking their brains, and I think that's it's kind of built into a really good relationship. He almost got a pinfall.
Yeah. So he's going to get 2 near fall points, and got saved by the buzzer.
Saved by the buzzer, yeah, he did. That was a good-looking first round for McCauley.
You could see him bridging his back up, trying to arch his back up and keep those shoulders from hitting that mat, but he fought it off.
So here we go.
So McCauley going to take the down position. Going to try to earn his escape point real quick.
Now, how is that decided? Who gets to pick?
It's done on the when they do their coin toss at the beginning, as to who has the choice, and then the next period, the other wrestler will have the choice as to what he wants to do. Or you can go in the down position, or you can just choose to go from a neutral position.
But generally, you want that down position to get, like you said, try and get those.
Try to get that
points.
Escape point exactly.
Well,
and some wrestlers are better on their feet. Some wrestlers are better grapplers. So it kind of depends on their style, because a lot of these guys freestyle wrestle as well in the off season all summer, and freestyle wrestling is a lot more. You want to be on your feet,
right?
Because it's just trying to see who can score the most points the quickest. Just takedown after takedown. They'll get takedowns and they'll let each other back up, and they'll just try to go for more takedowns.
Try to keep getting more, huh?
And it's a little more faster paced. You don't have as much groundwork as what you see these guys, fighting for position. They'll just let each other up and just try to go for another takedown. But a lot of these guys, you can tell the guys that do that though, because they'll choose to just start in that neutral position.
Right.
They're more comfortable on their feet.
Already under a minute here in the second. It's kind of slowed down a little bit as I say that. McCauley trying to
get
really
around,
work over.
Yeah, trying to get around and get behind those hips of his opponent and gain control.
He does just that. Nice takedown again. That's going to be 2 more. Maybe close to a pin here.
He's trying. I think he's going to get him. Boy, he's bridging, trying to keep those shoulders up. So he's on his head and his toes, trying to keep as much of his body off the mat as he can.
See, the ref is right there. I've seen referees get hit with elbows, arms, but they got to be right there. They want to make sure that it is. That is close.
Well, I thought he had him there.
There it is.
He got it.
So another pin for Sallisaw. Going to up their point total to 22. Nice match there.
That was a good one.
Some good matches here.
I think that one they said was just an exhibition. match just to get these guys. No, they went ahead and put. I know. I heard him say earlier that I forget one of them's going to be an exhibition.
Yeah,
match.
We're going to have one. That's wrestling. You got to let. We're going to have an exhibition match. We're going to
these guys,
whatever get these. It's all about getting these kids experience.
They got out here and warmed up and made the trip over here, so they're going to get some work.
What that may be, maybe somebody didn't make weight, or maybe somebody's a little heavier, and it's basically not going to count, but it will count where it's most important. That's an experience.
So we got Caleb Whitmire here and Christian Moreno. Moreno was senior. I think he's the lone senior. Well, there's got 2 seniors on that Maverick roster.
It's a good job here by
Whitmire, a sophomore.
Yeah, already getting 2 points for Sallisaw.
Whitmire maintaining control here, maintaining an offensive position. You want to stay back around behind, and you want to keep your hips back behind their hips so you can basically control where their body goes.
These guys are making me get sore. That's
no, they're limber.
They're in such great shape, and we mentioned earlier other sports, especially football coaches on D line and offensive linemen love their guys to wrestle.
Yes, they do,
because it's all about leverage, as we mentioned. And if you got a 300-pound offensive left tackle that was a wrestler in high school or college, and he knows all about leverage, and that's like you said, it's all discipline, and that's what offensive line or defensive line work is. Yeah,
all those football coaches like to get those guys in the wrestling room because if nothing else, it keeps them in shape.
Yes.
And number 2, it teaches them discipline because wrestling, like we've said, is the most disciplined sport out there. I mean, you wouldn't believe the workouts that these guys go through on a daily basis. I mean, during Christmas break, they're in there working out every day during Christmas break while everybody else is chilling out playing Xbox or watching Netflix. These guys are working hard and they're having to maintain their weight, and it's a super disciplined sport.
So Whitmire gets 2 more points off the escape, and now he's really working.
He's working, trying to get something hooked
Moreno
up here,
but
Moreno just kind of fending off anything that Whitmire gets going.
Yeah, it seems like in these first few matches, the first period, they're kind of just feeling each other out.
See, he did his flip there, so the green side up, which the home side is the green, so he gets to choose whether he wants to what position he wants to start out in. So he chose the down position again to try to get his escape point. And you'll see a lot of Coach Hume's teams do that. That's
right.
He likes for them to try to earn that escape point.
As you say that, Whitmire stands right up and doesn't get the escape.
Most teams, most wrestlers you'll see coached by Coach Hume, he coaches a very aggressive style as well. He wants them to get out there and really work hard and try to score points. He doesn't want them just stalling, kind of riding, getting what they call some riding time.
So 2 points, 2 more for Whitmire. 6-1 is your score here. 30 seconds into the second period is.
Yeah, Moreno just trying to fend off everything here, but he's been in a tight spot most of this match. He's been on the defensive position most of the match here. You see Whitmire trying to crank that shoulder around a little bit, trying to just get him off balance, get him turned a little bit. Trying to get those arms, try to get him pinned back, get his arms pinned up against his side or anything to kind of get him out of that plank position.
Yeah, that's another thing, too, in wrestling. One little mistake, and you're making up for it for the rest of the period.
Exactly.
You see Whitmire really working. Now he's grabbing the left leg, trying to
just anything
roll him over. Here he goes. He
got
a chance for a pin here. Nice move by Whitmire, and he gets it. Wow. Just like that.
That quick. Yeah, you just get off balance for a second. That's all it takes.
So that's going to be another pin for the Black Diamonds. But, again, the Mavericks, they have been very, again, they don't have a full squad here. And I tell you what, they look good.
They do.
The Sallisaw wrestlers seem to just be like one move as we have.
And it's like we talked about. It's that experience level.
See here at the 138 match, Alec Capehart will get a forfeit for Sallisaw.
We're going to see Austin Mendoza here for the Black Diamonds.
Yeah, at 145, he'll get a forfeit. And 152, that's going to be Trey Hudgens. Trey's going to get a And then 160 and 170, I think, are empty.
Yeah, they're going to be.
It's going to be a double forfeit.
Double forfeits there.
Then we're going to get up to the big guys.
Yeah, we're going to get big Gavin McDaniel here. He's going to wrestle at that 220 weight class, and you're going to see Jordan.
They told us, and I already forgot how to say it.
Excuse us if we mispronounce his name.
Jorega, I believe is how they mentioned it. Now we're going to have a forfeit. I believe that's Bachner at 182. That's going to get the forfeit win.
Yeah, so we're going to get Jordan here squared off against Gavin McDaniel here in a minute once we get through all the forfeits.
Yeah, this should be our last match.
They're going to wrestle at 220.
I think there may be one more of that exhibition that Coach Hume was talking about. We'll follow this one, but
so these guys, when you get to these bigger weight classes, you'll see things change up quite a bit here. These guys, a lot more strength, and you're not going to see them down on the mat grappling as much. You're going to see them on their feet. What they're doing, again, they're just trying to catch one another off balance. I mean, you may see him go. Well, he lost his headgear there, so the Southside wrestler lost his headgear, so the referee going to stop it for a minute and get him geared back up here.
Yeah, McDaniel losing the headgear. Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose that. You get the old cauliflower.
That's right, and it doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does not. I've seen some of my buddies that wrestled 20 years ago. They still got it.
You see John Smith, the legendary OSU wrestling coach. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, that's a you know what, you understand that before you get into this business.
That's a price those guys are willing to pay.
And it is.
Yeah, he lost his headgear again. He's gonna
here. May have to
tighten it up a little bit. But you'll see these guys. You see, they're just feeling each other out, trying to gauge the strength more so than anything else of each other. And then you may see them go a whole period and never even hit the mat, just feeling each other out. And then all it takes is one wrong move. And you're going to see a pin, most likely, is what you see with these bigger guys. Once they go down, there's not going to be a lot of grappling and a lot of reversals and such thing. It's just brute strength on brute strength.
Well, that is 3 times now. This guy's like, okay.
Yeah, the referee will start assessing some penalty points at a certain point here.
See, now they're going to swap it out.
He may have some faulty headgear.
Not what you want, but it's almost like mixed martial arts. The big guys, you don't see them kind of rolling around on the mat too often, and that's kind of the same case here.
When they do go down, it's something's going to happen. Yeah, there's no. It's just brute strength on brute strength with these guys, and you'll see a lot. These aren't really high scoring matches between these bigger guys. You may see a 1-0 victory, a 2-0 victory if you don't see a pin.
I will say this: the headgear has gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
it's a lot more safer. You can tell. Which is good for these kids, especially as you mentioned for cauliflower ear and things like, because it can get kind of nasty sometimes. Because we're going to have
So we're getting geared back up, and referees start some back in action here.
McDaniel, Jorega for Sallisaw. If we're saying that name wrong, we apologize. They told us beforehand how to say it.
Now you see him down on the ground here, and you see.
Now Jordan has the control.
Yeah, you see McDaniel fighting his way back to his feet, showing some strength there.
He's going to take him down. Nice move by Jordan.
That was a good move. Good takedown. You see him hacking at that arm.
Now, is that legal?
It is. It is.
And obviously, you want to do that to, again, it's all leverage, so that's, take care of that.
Yep, he's hacking at that arm, trying to break him down on the mat.
So under a minute now here in the first period is.
There you see, he was trying to get that arm hooked and turn that shoulder, but he lost his grip on him there. McDaniel worked his way out of it.
He's trying to roll him over.
You see him keeping his feet as wide apart as he can there. McDaniel trying to help keep himself from getting turned over.
He's going to hold on for about 20 seconds here, and it does not work. So good move there by Jordan to get the win for Sallisaw.
Got the pin. So the Black Diamonds, decisive victory here in this duel, but definitely not to slight these Southside guys by any means at all.
And again, I don't think Southside came over here with any intention of winning this duel, just because they don't a lack of wrestlers here, and they knew that. We were talking to the coach beforehand, Coach Hamilton, and that's exactly what he said. Hey, we're just here we got to get experience, and you know they don't. I don't think they have as many tournaments in Arkansas, but that's changing. I'm telling you what. That's one thing about the AAA. They get behind something, buddy. It's gonna turn into a big deal. And I really think that wrestling in Arkansas started basically as a club sport and has grown, and I love seeing that. More options for these kids to have something to do is better. And let's see if we're gonna get any more here out of Southside. I think they're going to be.
I think that's it. I think they're gonna have some junior high action here for a little bit.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this up. Thanks everyone for tuning in here on however you're watching us. You've been watching regional wrestling from Paul Post Fieldhouse. Hope everyone has a great evening.